Welcome. I'm really happy to have you today. I'm going to be your host. I am Marine Lambert, and I'm the Talent Management Director for EMEA at Boston Scientific.
Hi, my name is Bettina Löffler. I'm the Associate Director for Customer Education for the Endoscopy Business for EMEA.
My name is Dr. Cesarria. I'm Business Unit Manager for PI, Peripheral Intervention, in Portugal and Spain.
I'm Hélène Lecanu, and I lead the Strategic Account Management and Solution Organization for the north of Europe and France.
My name is Anna Steffen. I'm the Product Manager for Watchman in EMEA.
I'm Carol Ati. I'm the Associate Director for Regulatory Affairs for the Growth Emerging Market in the EMEA region.
Great. Very nice to meet you all. And we're going to talk about your career journey today, talk a little bit about yourself. And I'm super curious, just to start, why did you join Boston Scientific? Hélène, do you want to start?
Actually, I've been with Boston Scientific for 10 years now. And I joined Boston Scientific first because the way we go after innovation. The second thing is about the culture. The caring, innovation, winning spirit, which I really love. And the third thing is for the people. And I think we have this very strong culture, which I found really, really, really inspiring.
What really stuck with me, similar to you, was the feeling of culture. Even the first interview was so engaging, and this caring element really came through. I walked out of the first interview and I knew that was a company I wanted to work for.
I joined 5 years ago, and I have to say that something that inspired me is the innovation. After 5 years, I have to say that I feel that I take the right decision, not just because of the innovation of the products, also for the team and the culture of the company. I really like it.
What about you, Anna?
I'm with Boston Scientific since 2020, and I joined through a graduate program straight out of university. I've studied biomedical engineering and biomedical management and marketing in the master's degree. So I wanted to join a company and see what really does a medical device company do. And I think I can really agree what the lady said before. The supportive culture with managers and also colleagues are really, really nice here.
I also joined Boston Scientific after university. I didn't know much about Boston Scientific when I joined, but immediately I found my purpose. This is very important to me. Like when I go every day at work and I'm working for a good cause, which are providing good therapies for patients, this for me was like, oh, wow. So I immediately knew that it was a place where I would like to grow in that place and continue my career.
That's great. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. That's very, very nice to see the same enthusiasm for the purpose of the company, I would say. So maybe looking back at the start of your career, when you started in Boston Scientific, what was the moment where you were really inspired, and by what or by whom, maybe?
At the beginning of my career, I was focused on target, how to be above target and exceed my target. Now, after many years, I have to say that my motivation is my team. How to motivate my team, how to empower my team, and how to support them to develop their career. This is my motivation now. We focus on my team now.
I would say the quality of the various programs that we've been involved and I've been involved in, different types, mentoring, coaching programs, all of those different programs and projects that have been put in place, to increase our visibility, to help us grow as leaders, I think was also very inspiring for me and very helpful, by the way, to grow my network, to get more visibility, to learn more about myself as well.
What kind of program did you attend?
I attended the Key Talent Forum, an EMEA program for senior leaders. It's a 2-year program, and it really gives an opportunity to develop, build network, access to various people in the organization, better understand, the whole organization and the culture. So, yeah, a great program. And by the way, today, I'm lucky enough to co-lead the Key Talent Forum alumni group. which is a super interesting initiative. Also some coaching and development program, even personalized for me, which I found were very useful and helped me to grow as a leader.
I want to highlight We Lead. We Lead is a program focused on women talent. And I remember that I be part of the pilot program 2 years ago when I was in an assignment for business unit manager. Was a great experience for me because I have the opportunity not just to build network in other departments or with other cultures, also to share with mentors that share the experience and maybe understand that you have some concern or you don't feel that you are prepared to this position, and they support me a lot. They show the vulnerability and was good because you feel how this person can feel this vulnerability. And I really feel like, wow, this is what I want to do and share with my team and with other people.
What was the role of senior leaders around you? Building on what you just said, who were the ones that really, like you had some mentors, you said, some people sharing their vulnerability. What role did they play in your career?
I had a lot of very strong leadership around me at Boston Scientific and a lot of senior leaders that helped me see potential that I myself couldn't see at the time and had ideas and maybe suggestions that I wouldn't have considered myself. And so that has opened doors for me and given me opportunities that I think otherwise I wouldn't have come up with myself. And the other thing that I really appreciate is hearing leaders, senior leaders, share their own paths, particularly female leaders, and sharing their own challenges and being vulnerable. Sometimes if you do have insecurities, and it shows you that a lot of us face very similar challenges and maybe thoughts in our own heads, and that's been very empowering for me to see I'm not on my own in this. Others are walking the same path or have before me, and so that's been very inspirational, yes.
In my case, I'm very ambitious and very straightforward, and I started as a graduate in the program, then moved on to a sales role, and now I'm in marketing. But my first goal or my overall goal was every time to go to marketing, and so I really pushed therefore and asked for opportunities for stretch assignment and other responsibilities to learn and grow myself and my expertise in that. The managers I had in the past and also now are key in that, supporting me and knowing my vision, where to grow and what I wanted to do next.
So what is the achievement you are most proud of?
For me, it's the amount of different opportunities I have had. It's not one single achievement. I feel I had an incredible, or have an incredible amount of agility in my career. So many different roles, sales, marketing, now in education, new lenses to take on, and a lot of getting really uncomfortable many times over. But I really enjoyed the variation in things from a role perspective, roles and responsibility, but also different countries, different geographies, from Asia Pac to EMEA. It's been a lot of fun. I think that's a real sense of fulfillment in that, and I'm proud of that.
Similar to you, I mean, the bandwidth, the different types of jobs that I could go for and I could work was quite an achievement, as well as working, in various businesses. Learning a lot from various businesses, jumping from one business to another. And like you said, I think there's times where people were proposing. There's also a time where you take the risk. You go and you knock at the door. I mean, why not? And sometimes, sometimes we hesitated, but sometimes it's good to knock at the door and jump into an uncomfortable situation. I want to be able to make my own choice. And I think this is super important. It's not about what the others want. It's about what I want. And I think that's how you grow as a leader.
I like that, and I like the fact that you said that you sometimes asked for it, and I think this is what happened with me in my career. I graduated from finance, and it's very uncommon to find somebody in regulatory affairs from my background. I started to like it because I found a lot of challenges there and a lot of development opportunities, coming and asking for something, and the opportunity was given to me. And maybe I was from the first people in the region where I was to be in regulatory affairs. And then to develop that function. And I'm proud to say that I was able even to inspire the career of other people who went into regulatory affairs and now are maybe in their own companies managing departments and managing teams. So I'm very proud of that. And am I giving them the opportunity to grow and become leaders themselves?
I think I cannot spot just one thing I'm proud of. I think every role I took until now, I'm proud of because it was the right role in the right time. For example, with the graduate program, it was the perfect beginning for me in the MedTech company itself. So we had a lot of learning perspective, but also European-wide with different people, with different nationalities, with a lot of different products. And then going with your mentor into the cath lab and learn really what it's meant to implant a medical device, and learning the sales aspect, but also the clinical support aspect from that. I think that was the best beginning for me, for my career.
Very interesting, all of you, and I come to you in a second, are talking about owning your career. This is what you're saying. You all had some choices to make, you make it happen, and you went to ask the right person, and sometimes you were offered, but also, yeah, that is your own responsibility. Apart from program or development talent program, what helped you in your development?
Mentoring too. Have a good mentor for me is very important. Fortunately, I have many mentors in my career, good. They open to help me, to support me. They challenge me all the time, and they try to give me the tools to grow. I think that the mentors is something important in my career.
Anyone else is a mentor and want to share the experience, how you developed yourself by being a mentor?
Yeah, I've been mentoring for many years. I think it's actually both ways, because it forces you also to learn and reflect on yourself, on showing vulnerabilities and kind of showing the way, trying to reflect on being realistic, vulnerable, help the people to see that there's not one career path, but there's many ways to go through a career, that there's choices to be made.
We were talking about balance between work, between personal life. What about you? How do you handle that part?
So I am a mother of 2 young children. I'm also career-driven at the same time, and something that really helped me over particularly the last few years since having the children is understanding what gives me energy and what takes energy for me personally, because if my energy levels are completely depleted, I can't give at work, I can't give to my family, and that really understanding what fills my cup versus what empties it has been really good for me.
Yeah. I think that it's something that I have to improve. In my case, it's difficult because I'm a mother of twins, 40 years old, Miguel and Marianne. And sometimes it's difficult to stop and say, okay, now let me think in my family and let me take a break. And I take the risk 6 years ago and I say, my children need me. And I take a break and I step back. And I feel good with this decision, because I said, now my family need me. Now we have to move. We have to change everything in our life. I think that they appreciate that. They feel proud of me. And it's something that made me happy. Because now I understand that when I have to push, I push. And I run if it's necessary. But when I have to step back and take a break, I can do it.
There are the non-negotiable things that I've put in place from the very beginning, which is around, taking the time with my family when it's needed, having this opportunity to do what mattered for us. But the more you grow, the more you can make those decisions. And if you accept those decisions, then you balance it. You balance it the right way. At least that's the way it worked for me. I guess there's a sense of trusting the future. The best is yet to come, right? And then at some point, trusting that there's going to be other opportunities, or you're going to make this happen at some point, whenever you choose.
I agree with you, Helen. a lot because, as you said, if you can have both. Some people say you cannot have both, but yes, you can have both. You can have a family, you can have a career. It doesn't contradict. And it's okay if sometimes throughout your career you take a step back, you build your family, but then your career will come back. It will follow. You have to trust that things will happen for you. Maybe not now, but in the future. I say that also Boston Scientific is a place that promotes work-life balance. And because of that, you feel comfortable sometimes saying that, you know what, I'm skipping that meeting because I need to attend my daughter's end-of-year play, you know? You can do that. So this is very good in Boston Scientific to have that culture around promoting work-life balance. And they understand, starting from my manager, who always supports me. She's there, she's caring for my well-being.
Anna, where do you find your well-being?
Yeah, as I'm a little bit on a different life stage right now, as you guys, for me is going outside and doing sports outside, especially horse riding. I'm in competition for dressage with my horses, and that brings me joy and also some peace and rest. Not easy because I got a lot of questions from colleagues or friends how I can manage both. But for me personally, time management is key, so I can find time for doing that.
That's where your well-being is, and non-negotiable, you were saying, Hélène. We're arriving at the end of this conversation. I have a question for you. What is a learning or a piece of advice you want to give to women for how they can handle their career?
I think that don't wait to feel that you are 100% prepared to take a risk. I think that it's important also create a network to create this connection and have the opportunity to share with other women and other person in another department. And for me, something that is important is celebrate your wins. It's something that we have to learn, how to celebrate.
It's really good advice, yeah. The importance of, high performing, that's always the key element, but also bring visibility, ensure that you're visible to others, build your network, and get sponsors. And I think that's really key in a career. That will enable you to take risk and then be rewarded for the risk you're taking.
I think also one point is, like you said, taking the risk, don't wait for opportunities and be yourself and then pursue your opportunities.
And if you're scared, always reach out to other women. They could always help you. They will understand you. So reach out to other women. Like you said, the network. Have yourself surrounded by a good network of women who will understand you, who will support you, who will always motivate you because they already went through or they are still going through what you're feeling now.
And I would say, believe in yourself. You can do anything you want to do if you believe in yourself.
And you, Marine, what would be your advice to other women?
Actually, I feel very blessed to have you today, to have learned from all of you. And I'm a strong believer in everything you said. I think on your career, absolutely. Also, there is a big strength that we have in sorority. So we are a village together, and we can support each other. And if you make your choice, decide, and also let the opportunity come to you and follow. Thank you very much for having answered to me so openly and sharing about your career, your wish, and I feel it's very nice to see that you all share this sense of purpose, but also your passion for working at Boston Scientific. And thank you very much.